Hi, my name is Franklin Imuche. I work with Professor Chu and Dr. Wen, and I'm here to talk about staffing optimization in a hospital. So our objective was we looked at the critical care units and the inpatient units at a hospital, and we wanted to see if there's a surplus or shortage in the nursing resource, and if they're meeting patient demands. So we wanted to have the hospital work at maximum workflow efficiency. So our goal was to create a schedule that increases the efficiency of the hospital while keeping low costs. So first, we looked at compare the demand to the supply of the hospital. So our average max and mins are in an average week, how many nurses we need. On a really busy week, how many nurses we need, and then on a slow week, how many nurses we need. And we compared that to the amount of currently amount of nurses they have in that department. So on our top chart is day, and then our bottom chart is night. And we saw that for this department, for example, in the night shift, we had a somewhat adequate amount of nurses, but in the day, there was a little deficiency if there was a higher amount of demand in the in patients. So we wanted to create an optimal schedule. So over here, this is based on a 5/8 schedule where nurses work 5 times a week. So the sevens here are the minimum requirement needed. And then the number, each X1, X2 is a nurse. So that's how we built our constraint into our program. So we could calculate how many nurses were needed and then how we can move around nurses to create an optimal schedule. So we created two different kinds of schedules, a 410 and a 312. A 410 where nurses work 4 times a week and a 310 where they work 3 times a week. And we saw that we were able to we able to create a more efficient schedule, but we didn't have to spend a lot of money doing so. For example, in the 410 schedule, we only increased our weekly pay that we needed to pay by 700, but we added 4 nurses. So in the future, our main thing we want to add more variables to our research, and we want to start looking at age and seniority and skill and specialization, so we can kind of customize for each hospital what they need, and then we can add these variables to create a more real and effective schedule that could be used in a hospital. Thank you.